number 4, to open the budget according to the Pennsylvania School Code and reduce the expenditures to below the tax revenue as previously proposed and rescind the tax increase. I added the rescind the tax increase to the number 4 corrective action paperwork. Did you get it? Can I get a second? Okay, and the last one. Since this board has repeatedly abdicated the authority of government to the very entity that this government was elected to oversee, and this board has acted as a rubber stamping lobbyist to the government agency without proper review or oversight, removing the checks and balances provided in the Pennsylvania School Code, including examples of abdicating the authority to select the forensic audit, hiring, fulfillment of right-to-know requests, sales of assets, creations of the budget, advertisement of asset sales, failures in fees of sporting events, failure of financial review, failure to review contracts and get contracts, the lost appraisals, and the assignment of this tax increase, and the naming of the stadium. And I also want to add the fact that this district abdicated its authority to oversee and change banks, which cost this district hundreds of thousands of dollars, and including added to that tax increase that everybody got. So I would like us as a board to follow the oath of office. I'd like to train the directors, but they have proven that they have no interest in understanding, maybe cause a tone. So I'm just going to make it simple and select and seek the resignation of Andrew Yenser, Steve Holland, Larry Stern, Rita Spinelli, and Wayne Wentz, who voted on that budget. I'd like to open the district to public review as provided by law. Can I get a second on the motion to seek the resignation of Andrew Yenser, Steve Holland, Larry Stern, Rita Spinelli, and Wayne Wentz? Thank you.
I'll second.
Anything from the audience? Wasn't the entire board provided budget information?
It's just funny you mentioned that.
No, sir.
Because Mr. Bradley and Ms. Beers and Mr. Bell failed to attend the budget scrutiny.
So there's been a process.
There was
2 years, 2 budgets,
And
and
it was ample warning to have them be able to create that.
that's what I thought.
However, a budget was provided that had,
That's beside the point.
but a budget was provided with a tax increase that met the requirements by the state, and you failed to review it as a board, you failed to apply it as a board, and you used,
That was like your budget.
what do you say?
Just saying that's your budget. You just wrote numbers down and that was the budget.
Absolutely not, sir. There's a full spreadsheet associated with it.
You used last year's budget to create next year's budget.
Absolutely not. I did the exact opposite of that. I did not use baseline budgeting as you guys used. I used actual responsibility of the district to provide state required entitlements to children under a free and public education. And the fact that you did not have that in open debate and review,
Maybe if you would have attended the meeting and fully explained your budget, it might have been a little different.
the meeting was assigned and the only people that were able to make it were you 5.
Oh, no, that's not correct.
Because the other people did not have that ability. You didn't even ask us what days were available prior to assigning the meeting. However, you own it.
Send out an email saying she looked forward to discussing it.
We'd all like to try to make it, right? But you just couldn't do it. You had it at what time? Like 6 o'clock or something? It's nearly impossible for a working public. Those of you that are retired and don't have the responsibility of the stakeholders, I understand that. But now the reality is, there's the peanut gallery. So the reality is we have an answer that I'm suggesting that this board did not do the job.
Let's have a reality check here a little bit.
All right.
Who, for the last year and a half, spent more time with the business that the previous business administrator than, so-called Mr. Bradley? Wouldn't he have known that something was terribly going on, wrong, and neglected to bring it to the school board? Sure, if anyone would have known that, it would have been him for the hours he spent with the previous business administrator. So I declare that, here, take me out, go ahead. Anyhow, I declare that maybe the resignation should be Mr. Bradley.
I will answer that
And
comment.
I honestly believe he knew it and set up the school board, for, that's right, Gail, I would laugh my freaking head off too, because you know it's so, because you contain them.
So you're correct. We did set up the board in the fact that not only did we have the information and gave it to this board, they ignored it. Not only did we meet with the business manager.
Hold on, last
Hold
word,
on.
Mr. Bradley, you're not getting the last word on this.
Okay, go
Because
ahead.
you
I
know
do.
exactly what happened here, and you neglected to inform
Alright.
the rest of the school board.
Hold on. No, let him speak.
Comment from you.
Let him speak. He's correct. I not only,
You better believe I'm
You can have the last word.
because you know I'm correct.
You can have the last word.
You neglected to let the rest of the school board
Please let him- no, let him-
what was happening.
let him speak. Let him speak. He will have the last word. I guarantee it. Mr. Workman.
Last word, Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Workman, not only, thank you, you're very excellent. Mr. Workman. Mr. Claver, please do not intimidate him. He's allowed to speak as much as he likes. So, Mr. Workman, you are correct. It's okay. I'll address the board. But Mr. Workman, you are correct. I am one of the few, if not the only one, that did spend a significant amount of time reviewing every document that this district created because I was given transparent access. And upon that transparent access, not only did we not find what was reported in the paper as a $3.8 million shortfall, we were able to prove that the budget that was passed by the previous board was met and then documentedly provided to the state. And the increase is for this next year. And there was no missing, no problems. Although we did find out. Hold on, we gotta make sure we explain it, because I'm the only one, as he said, that went through of it. But I did find illegal use of funds by this administration's board on a variety of areas, and that should be reviewed by the Auditor General, who is now here reviewing some of these things.
Mr. Bradley, you can
And-
trust that is exactly happening right now.
What's happening right now?
You can trust that the auditors have all the information that they require.
Correct. So
It's
the
job professional.
correct. So the question is, this board
The question is.
didn't do the job.
We have, I mean.
You filed a document with the state. Mr. Workman gets the last word. But yes, I did do the homework, Mr. Workman, and I did provide it to this board, and they ignored it, and they abdicated their authority. They provided a rubble stamp, and you get to pay the taxes. And you pay taxes. God, you can speak.
Anyone else?
I got one more. Are we gonna ask, hold on, are we gonna ask, we're short. Are we gonna, hold on, we're short. Are we?
Motion and call to question, roll call vote, please.
Motion by Mr. Bradley. Can't go on now. Seconded by Mrs. Mahalik to seek the resignation of Andrew Yenser, Steve Holland, Larry Stern, Rita Spinelli, and Wayne Wentz, who voted on the budget, and open the district to public view as provided by law. Mrs. Gail Mahalik,
Yes.
Mr. Rita Spinelli,
No.
Mr. Wayne Wentz, Mr. Andrew Yenser,
No.
Ms. Joy Beers, no. Mr. Richard Belts, absent. Mr. David Bradley,
Yes.
Mr. Stephen Holland,
No.
Mr. Larry Stern. So 2 yes, 6 no.
Mr. Fowler, are they allowed to vote on their own?
You're asking someone to resign, Mr. Bradley.
There is no pecuniary interest in being on the board. Everybody up here is a volunteer. They can vote without having any ethics violation.
Thank you.